Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Penguin Tech here, and today we are going to unbox the world's cheapest 280mm CPU AIO cooler, which is the ID cooler Frostflow Plus 280 high performance 280mm CPU liquid cooler. This is a China brand and I bought this from Taobao. And it cost me around 120 RM, which is about 30 USD. And then after I add in the air fry, it's RM 150 or to RM 160. That is still very cheap, which is around 40 USD dollar. So let's check out the box here. You can see that the box is pretty huge. So what does it say here? M4 performance pump. All those others language, and this has a premium sleeve tubes. Okay. Just the brand here. Alright. So this cooler comes with 27mm radiator, which is thicker than the standard 25mm. I know some brands also uses 27mm, such as Corsair. The pump speed is 2300 RPM, which is fixed. You cannot change the speed, and the noise is 25 dBA, which is a bit on the high side. The bearing is ceramic bearing, and you get two 140mm fans here, which are both 25mm thick. So the speed run starts 800 all the way up to 1600 RPM. The static pressure is 2.14, which is quite standard. The airflow is quite high at 76.5 CFM. The noise starts from 16.8 to all the way up to 32.6 dBA, which is noticeable. The bearing is hydraulic bearing. So as you can see here, this cooler also comes with a lot of supports for the CPU socket compatibility. As you can see here, all the Intel from 775 all the way up to 2011. So right now, this cooler can also fit onto 1151 that is used on Kaby Lake onwards. So it also supports Coffee Lake and Intel 9000 series processor. On the AMD side, we have the support from the very old up until the very recent socket that is AM4. So no worries for Ryzen processors. Alright, let's unbox this. Okay. Alright, we are greeted with a manual. So it comes in English and Chinese. Well, let's set that aside first. Protective foam, and here we can see our cooler inside. So the first thing you're going to notice is that you get two fans here. This is a 140mm fan. Now let's take one out to have a look inside. There we go. So we also have some dampening noise that you can put onto your fans here when you install your fans onto your radiator. This is a noise dampening that should reduce the vibration noise when the fan is spinning. So you can put this onto the four corners of the fan. So the fan, as you can see here, is white black. Nice build, quite heavy actually, and yeah. And as you can see here, it is quite long, and comes with 4 pin, which is PWM, which is good, which is very good, which is very nice. I would say the quality is just average, but what can you expect from a $40 AIO cooler? This is actually good enough. I didn't expect it to come with this as well. The next thing, we have a white box here. Let's see what's inside. Oh, all the wires. So let me set the cooler aside first and I'll show you what's inside here. So let's take this off one by one. So first off, we have this 1 to 2 fan connector which is good. Since we have two fans here, and we only need one fan header on the motherboard. This one comes with 4 pin, this one comes with 3 pin, but this will connect to a 4 pin fan header, which is a nice touch since they include it. So here, so we have the CPU support bracket here. This is very thick metal, and this supports all of the Intel and AMD sockets. So as you can see, all of this on this side should support Intel, while the ones on here should support AMD's sockets. So this side. Here we have some screws. Here we have 4 long screws and 4 short screws. The long screws are used for installing the fan together with the radiator onto the case, while the short screws, I believe, is connecting the radiator onto your case. Here we have a thermal paste here. I didn't expect that to be included, but it's actually very little inside, because as you can see, it starts right here. I guess this is one of their cost cutting measure. This is an IDTG05 extreme performance thermal grace according to them, but I will not be using this. I'll be using my Arctic MX4. Now we have 2 brackets here. These are the AMD brackets that you will need to swap out the bracket that is installed onto the pump now, which I'll show you later, and then replace the bracket with these brackets, AMD brackets, so that you can mount it onto your AM4 CPUs. And as you can see here, it's labeled with AMD. If you can see, we have another set of screws here, 4 long screws, 4 short screws, which is nice. In case you need to add another 2 fans at the back of the radiator, then this can be useful. And we have all of the CPU mounting brackets, screws and all that here. And we also have a dampening, no, it's not dampening, it's something that you put between the screws. So as you can see here, actually these are sealed packaging, so once you open it, you need to be careful with your screws so that you don't lose it. It doesn't come with the packaging like the fans, which you can reuse later on. So I guess, oh well, but it's good enough since they include a lot of screws. So let's go back to the cooler itself. So here comes. So I'll take out the cooler AO, and let's see what more inside. Nothing anymore. Let's go to the pump itself. So as you can see here, it's actually sleeve tubing, which is very nice, which is quite flexible, and it's actually quite long. It's about as long as the radiator itself. So, and you can, this is actually, you can actually spin this as well, but they are really tight, so I would suggest not to spin them. And as you can see here, here is the copper plate, and there's a sticker on it that you need to remove before you install. Then here is the pre-installed Intel bracket here, which you will need to switch with this so that you can install it onto an AMD socket. So one thing to note, that this pump actually uses SATA power. It doesn't connect to the fan header on your motherboard. So this makes it run at fixed speed, which is rated at 2300 RPM just now. So I guess it will be a bit noisy and you can't even switch your pump speed, but that's alright for me. So as you can see, the pump is pretty big. It's actually very tall. And as you can see here, here's the pump header. And there's actually LED light, which is only white color. It's not configurable. The white LED shapes like a C here. C shape here. Metal here. Top plastic, I think. But the side is metal. Okay, let's go to the radiator. So here is the radiator, which is 27mm thick, and it's actually all aluminium. And as here is the fin density here, quite dense. And you have brushed aluminum texture. Alright, and here is the logo of the branding, ID cooler. So as you can see here, it comes with a very bent aluminum fin. I'm not sure if this will cause leakage by a hobnob, although it will obstruct a bit of airflow, but it will perform very well still. So all metal radiator connected to the sleeve tube. And one thing I noticed is that you can hear the water noise when you shake it. So I'm not sure if it's actually fully filled, but I think it will still perform okay. That's all for me for my unboxing of the world's cheapest budget 280mm CPU AIO cooler from ID Cooling. So that's it guys, thanks for watching, remember to like and subscribe. Ciao!